Good morning, I'm Quynh. Today I'm presenting to you Vinamilk business case, how their procurement choices can accelerate the company's net zero 2050 pathway. Now, for a disclaimer, while Vinamilk isn't a local small shop, it's more like about regional company. My family's firm has supplied environmental chemicals to them, so I've had practical access to its procurement context. Talking about context, Vinamilk is Vietnam's leading dairy producer with mature ESG reporting. Over 47 years, it has built a broad supply network. For example, in 2021, it procured nearly 194,000 tons of fresh milk from farmers, and it processed nearly 33 trillion Vien Dong in supply transaction. Vinamilk has pledged net zero by 2050 and has carbon neutral units as selected size as of 2023. The objective of this presentation is to show how Vinamilk procurement can support that climate commitment essentially, and my recommendation ensuring that what Vinamilk buys and who it buys from are in line with the net zero 2050 roadmap. Now, let's talk about their background. Their major buys are raw milk, such as fresh milk from dairy farm, animal feed, and other ingredients, packaging, carton, plastic, tin cans, energy and utilities, and finally logistic. They source from a mix of company farms and smallholder cooperatives, plus domestic and international converters and service partner. Each category carries a footprint. For example, dairy farming from raw milk contributes significantly to greenhouse gas emission and water usage, while packaging materials contribute to waste generation. On the positive side, some of Vinamilk's farm and factories have already been certified as carbon neutral, and now I can scale my improvement through those procurement. Next step is to prioritize which procurement areas to improve first. I assess categories by supply risk, for instance, risk to supply continuity or regulatory risk, and environmental impact, such as carbon footprints, water use, and waste. These two axes create a heat map for me, and two areas land on the top right are packaging circularity. It has high impact because they create a lot of plastic waste and recyclability challenges. And on-farm scope 3. The practices drive the majority of life cycle emission. Moreover, energy procurement for fuel, electricity shows a medium environmental impact, noting that Vinamilk already uses about 86% green energy at some production sites. These insights inform the next step, redefining procurement specifications to include sustainability and engaging supplier in the process. Talking about my recommendation, I think RACSI is a suitable framework to integrate into specifications. In practice, this means expanding each criterion with green procurement requirements, regulatory compliance, assurance of supply, quality, service, cost, innovation. I suggest to keep the food safety and cost discipline, but add sustainability requirements like FSC certified cartons, recycled content targets, and reporting of the CO2 emission per unit and water per unit. My second recommendation area is to strengthen the supplier relationship management by introducing sustainability into how Vinamilk evaluates and works with suppliers. One tool for this is the supplier scorecard, monthly rating on quality, OTIF, sustainability, cost stability, innovation, and we link these performance to the contract incentives. Using the data from those scorecards, Vinamilk can segment the suppliers into tiers. They also include extended producer responsibility compliance clauses, minimum recycled content thresholds, ISO coverage roadmap, data sharing, and also I think Vinamilk should also prefer suppliers that enable circularity in material take back and lower the transport emission. Now, let's come to my implementation plan. I would spend 3 months on this plan. In the first month, the focus is on assessment and planning. I will conduct a baseline assessment on data of top 20 suppliers, revise the key specs, spend analysis to identify the hotspot, map out the supply chain risk. The deliverables of this phase is to prioritize lists of improvement opportunities and a draft of updated procurement specification after applying RACSI criteria. In the second month, it's all about supplier engagement. and capability building. Run supply workshops, training sessions, so they know what expectations are coming. During this phase, I roll out the scorecards to packaging and milk supplier. On the contracting side, I'll begin to incorporate sustainability clauses into any upcoming contract renewals to suppliers. I want the suppliers to feel incentivized and supported in this journey, not audited or policed. It's a partnership approach. And in the final month, I expect some quick wins. For instance, pilot a no-straw packaging SKU for export, or a small renewable PPA at one site. I will report the results, document the results, and report these to management, complete the data to show the impact. More importantly, I want to say that this 90-day roadmap plan isn't all. It's just the beginning. It sets the long foundation for the longer term targets. Vinamilk case show that sustainable procurement is both practical and strategic. Thank you for listening.